Dustin Starr here, coming to you from my home right down the street from Memphis, Tennessee, in Olive Branch, Mississippi. I am coming to you for the live reaction of episode 212, entitled Stealing the Show. And I believe that that's what Aaron Roberts and TNA Wrestling superstar Nick Nemeth did, is they stole the show today on Memphis Wrestling. What a main event. I'm here to talk all about it. But first, while you guys are filing in, and you can put your questions in the comments, your topics in the comments, we're going to do a members only here in just a moment after this live reaction. That's where we can really get in depth and go behind the scenes. So be sure to hit that join button, just like Woods here. Good afternoon, Woods. You can see he has a little championship badge next to his name. That means he is a member in members only and can watch never before seen footage and then also use really cool custom emojis. Yo, Woods, hit me with some of those custom emojis real quick. Was Tupelo Con, where you could meet Vicky Guerrero, but it's officially been canceled. We have some really nasty weather and tornadoes, bad enough that the entire Tupelo Con event has been canceled. It's going to be rescheduled for another date, so stay tuned to our social media channels, and we'll give you the update on that. But no Tupelo Con tonight. Tonight, I will be at FedEx Forum for the retirement jersey of the grind father himself. Number 9, Tony Allen, is going in the rafters. And the grind father himself. It's going to be a huge, huge night. Also, we made a big announcement earlier this week that March 30th will not only be WWE ID official match, two of the best junior heavyweights in the entire world, Super Sean Legacy versus Jack Cartwheel, but also another huge WWE ID official match has been announced on our website. It's going to be the Problem Aaron Roberts going one-on-one with Jackson Drake from WWE ID. But that's not it. You're looking for a feature attraction, folks. She's fresh off of a run at WWE, former NXT Women's World Champion, former NXT Tag Team Champion. Indy Hartwell is coming to Memphis Wrestling on Sunday, March 30th. You can meet Indy live. Plus, she is going to be in action, so make sure you get those tickets. I had people hit me up the week of saying, hey, Dustin, doesn't look like there's any seats. Can you find me some? Bro, go on the website right now, memphiswrestling.tv, and pick your seats before they are all gone. Because once they're gone, I can't create more space inside the WrestleCenter. So be there March 30th. And, of course, we've got a lot of other upcoming events with the Memphis Showboats, the Arkansas Travelers. So lots of really, really cool stuff coming up. Get all those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. Let me get all caught up. Austin is here. What's up? Jeffrey, elbow drops, please. Okay, I'll give you the elbow drop story in a minute, but does anybody in the live chat here know the significance of Dolph Ziggler's elbow drops and how it correlates to Memphis? Ben says, hey, Dustin, how about this weather? Yeah, the weather knocked out Tupelo Con. I mean, I can't even believe that they canceled it yesterday. So I thought maybe they would wait to see how it is. I'm looking out my window right now. It's very, very rainy in Memphis, but luckily, there you go. There's those custom emojis. Woods, Eddie Kane Main in the house. What's the story with the elbows? Nick Nemeth was hitting. All right, so I got to give you the answer here. Brazil's in the house. Jason's here. Eddie Kane Main, Lubo, what's up? Okay, so the significance of those elbows is that when Jerry the King Lawler had a heart attack live on WWE Monday Night Raw, the old wise tale and the legend is that the elbow drops from Dolph Ziggler is where King lost it. So the story goes that those elbow drops that Dolph Ziggler hit the King with, which I hear are very, very stiff, allegedly gave Jerry the King Lawler the heart attack. And of course, Lawler rolled out of the ring, went to the broadcast position after that, and that's where he collapsed. But there is a story out there, and I think it was told by Jerry Lawler himself, talking about Nick Nemeth, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler's elbow drops. So that's the significance. And I didn't even think about it until Nick was doing it in the squared circle. I thought, man, there's got to be a wrestling historian out there that knows the significance of these elbow drops. And those elbow drops were enough to put the King down, but not enough to keep the 420-pound Aaron Roberts down. Jason, what's up? Happy new weekend. Saturday, yes, Saturday. The weekends, we're not celebrating the weekends because we're off. We're celebrating the weekends because we're busy. Tonight, I'm going to be at FedEx Forum hosting Tony Allen's retirement night alongside my broadcast tag team partners, my MC tag team partners, Sydney and BLJ. Pete Pranica will be there. It's going to be really, really, really cool tonight and be a part of history. Eddie K. Man, how did you get Indy Hartwell? Wowzers. Well, Indy Hartwell put out a message that she is available after her new compete clause and that she's looking for good wrestling companies with good production. And of course, many of you guys, the fans, tagged me in that and tagged Memphis Wrestling on that. And of course, we reached out just like we typically do. When you guys tag us and stuff and you tell us that you want this superstar to come to Memphis Wrestling, we don't just ignore it. I think I reached out immediately and got linked up with the agent, and then it took a minute, but we were able to get the deal done. So the deal is done. Indy Hartwell will be here in Memphis Wrestling, and she's such a strong woman inside the squared circle. What Memphis Wrestling star would you like to see standing across the ring from Indy Hartwell? This should be good. Wrestling, are you a member of that? I'm not sure what you're asking me there, Jungwon, but elaborate on your question just a little bit. Hope Jerry Lawler is okay. Yeah, the King was okay after that eventually. Glenn, what's up? How are you? What's up with the gray in your hair? Man, I just think that that's the way that the light is flashing off my hair. It's not really that gray. I've got a couple of grays in the side. And also, guys, Father Time is undefeated, just so you know. Now I'm really going to have to. You guys are, not you guys, but some people in Memphis say that I got the Elvis hairdo. Well, now I'm really going to have the Elvis hairdo because I'm going to have to put some black in there. It's definitely the lights that are shining off my hair right now. But yeah, it is getting kind of gray. But if it's not all the light on it, yeah. Anyway, thanks for making me feel old, Jeffrey. Rico's here. Indy Hartwell, her NXT run was amazing, especially with Dexter Loomis. Oh man, yeah, really good stuff. Maybe somebody should be following and have like a crush on Indy Hartwell. We'll see. Something's got to happen, right? Shamaria is here. How are you? Like for DDT to face Indy Hartwell, that would mean that Indy would have to be booed because DDT is one of the most popular on the women's roster. Jeffrey says DDT versus Indy. Glenn says eye on the weather. Yeah, the weather's going to be bad, but the NBA, whether it's rain, sleet, or shine, they're going to have that game tonight, and I'll be there. It's going to be history making. Not many people have their jersey retired for the Memphis Grizzlies, but Mark Gasol, Zach Randolph, and of course now TA. And check out Eddie K, man. Thank you so much. Eddie came in with the $5 donation here. You guys, man, if you can't join members only like Eddie Kane, man, then you can always do some donation money. Of course, the donation money we put into a fund where we buy tickets for those who typically can't make it to the shows. So thank you for that. $5 donation, Eddie Kane, man. ET, Erica Torres versus Indy Hartwell. Two powerhouses in the women's division right now. Well, this is typically a story, Eddie Kane, Maine, for members only. But since you have a $5 donation, I feel like that I have to come clean. Congratulations to Erica Torres because she is pregnant. Erica Torres is going to have a baby. So that's why you have not seen Erica Torres in the last couple of weeks. I'm sure that Erica Torres will return as soon as she's back. But congratulations to Erica. Not something that I thought that I would discuss here, but Eddie Kane, Maine, now, and I will tell you, Eddie Kane, Maine, now that you mention that, Erica Torres is definitely one of the strongest women we've ever seen in the women's division. So it would be really a straight up matchup to have Indy versus Erica Torres with the aggressiveness of Erica Torres. But Erica Torres is out right now. Brian's here. Awesome episode today. Thank you. Jessica says, are you depressed? Why would I be depressed? What does that mean? Why would I be depressed, Jessica? I'm sorry if I come off that way. Rico says, Dustin and Maria, y'all was cracking me up with y'all's flirtatious commentary. Rico, look, man, none of this stuff is planned or scheduled or anything. I never know what's going to come out of her mouth. Never know. And today there were so many like inside jokes and I don't want to say sexual innuendos, but there kind of was. She's going to put me in a headlock with her thighs. What else did she say? I was trying to say that Nick Nemeth is a slow starter, but a fast finisher. You can only imagine if you missed this commentary and you were like listening to something else or not paying attention, I would highly recommend going back. Justin, I'm doing awesome. If I was any better, I'd be sick. Jamie Davis is here. Watched yesterday on my way home from Jackson, Mississippi. Maria was on fire. Thank you, Jamie. And you guys, anybody else, you can watch as early as Friday morning if you'd like to. All you have to do is be a member only. And then also today, there are several minutes of new extended footage. Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, picked up a microphone after the event. And man, oh man, did he have some nice things to say about Memphis Wrestling. And don't worry, that will air on the television program. You guys will see it. But if you want to see it before the next couple of weeks, then I would highly recommend joining members only. Really, really good stuff. Thank you. Big shout out to Jamie Davis, the king. Jessica says, are you depressed? I'm not depressed. Not sure where that come from. She asked again. I think that's just like a gimmick. She keeps asking. All right, so I'm going to put her in timeout until she can, I don't know, maybe ask something that makes sense. I feel like that's just a troll. So sorry about that, Jessica. Get your act together. Let me get caught up here. Almost thought that was Simon in the Shocker outfit. Boy, are you kidding me? Simon's like 6'4". There's no way. Khan is here. What's up? Little Cozy. I'm not donating to you. That's cool. You don't have to. It's up to you. Let's see. Eddie K-Man. Congrats, E.T. Erica Torres. Khan says, I don't even know what Khan says. I can't read that, so I'm sorry about that. Good matches today, says Richard. Thank you. Lil Cozy, I appreciate that. You still book Bashley Bones. We have not seen Bashley Bones in quite a while, Patrick. Ben's here. Congratulations. I wonder what free agents in the Tennessee area are coming up. Rico, stay tuned. If you go to memphiswrestling.tv and you click on our live event featuring Indy Hartwell, there's a couple of hidden gems, not really spoilers, but some news that you probably haven't seen on our social media channel. So go check that out. What's up, Ronald? How are you? My name is Dustin Starr, for those of you who don't know. Maria's off the chain, Memphis style, says Eddie Kane May. Dude, you and Maria are fun to watch, says Rico. I appreciate it. Yokozuna, there's a shout out there. The show was so good, I kept thinking that the one I watched was the main event, then the next one topped it. Well, that's really cool, Rob. I really appreciate that. Dustin, what did you think about AEW Revolution? Oh my gosh, I thought it was a great pay-per-view. I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, it's just amazing how these guys fly off the top of these cages or how the women are bleeding buckets in the ring. I mean, it's totally a different brand than WWE, and I see what they're doing. I don't know. I mean, if you come flying off the top of a cage and you crash down in the middle of the ring, like, I don't know how you kick out of that. So it's very much a video game style wrestling. But Robert, man, it was spectacular. Whether you like it or not, it was absolutely spectacular. Ray Sanders never disappoints, says Rico. Yes, the gift is here. He says he's been watching Derek King's back, and now DK's no longer there with him. But Derek King, has been preparing Ray Sanders for this moment his entire career, and now it's all up to him. It's all up to the gift, Ray Sanders. And today he picked up a huge victory. You're going to see a lot of Ray Sanders coming up because he's back focused. DK and all that stuff is out of the way. Not throwing any shade to it, but Ray Sanders was really wrapped up in some of that personal business that Derek King had going on. But now DK's retired. Ray Sanders is ready to step up. Shamari says DDT going to get her revenge on Nixie XS in a match. I can't wait to see it. DDT, very, very well aware of what's going on here with Nixie XS. So I'm sure that they'll be squaring off here soon. Eddie Kane Main, join members only. You will not regret it, especially today. Dustin, I think they're asking because of your gray hair. My hair is not that gray. All right, hold on a second. Let me take the light off of it. I guess it is still that kind of gray. Look, you guys got me weirding out here. All right, I'm going to just turn the light off. How about that? What if I just turn the light off? There we go. Now my hair looks dark. Oh, my gosh. You guys are crazy. No. Are you? I'm lucky enough to live long enough to have gray hair. So come on. I love Nick's speech after the match, says Rob. Very cool. And plus, I don't know how having any grays in my hair would make me depressed, but okay. Hoping the Mizarks show up again soon. The Memphis Mizarks with Barnabas. Very, very popular in Memphis wrestling, but man, they had a tough time with the Righteous Path. What other big wrestler are you going to bring in next, says Richard. Oh, I've been talking to a lot, man. I've talked to ECW legend Raven. So potentially at some point we could have Raven. Of course, Kid Cash, he just unretired, and he and I have been texting back and forth. I love me some Scorpio Sky. Bring me some Scorpio Sky. Anybody interested in seeing Scorpio Sky from AEW here on Memphis Wrestling? Man, I want to bring Kalisto. I am very much interested in the junior heavyweights at this point. So bring me all the great junior heavyweights from WWE ID. I love it. Let's do it. Who would you like to see, Richard? Jeffrey's here. Been following Buff Bagwell and his outreach to Brian Knobs, who's having a health crisis. Yeah, shout out to Buff Bagwell, one of our good friends here at Memphis Wrestling. Indy versus Nikki. You talking about Nikki Lane? Nikki Lane coming back for a match against Indy Hartwell? That'd be interesting. See if See, you can't get Zilla Fatu as any other member of the Blondog that may come to Memphis Wrestling. Rico, we've actually been in communication with Rikishi, so you might see Rikishi at some point. Of course, we're always trying to book Zilla Fatu. Zilla's schedule is so cram-packed. We have several messages out for them, but just stay tuned. Eventually, it will work out. I like the new nickname for the gift and the entrance theme by Ray Sanders. Yeah, Ray Sanders had a good friend or family member create some custom ring entrance music for him as he's going on his singles run. And then also, it's not really a new nickname, the gift Ray Sanders. I don't think it's really a new nickname. I think it's just a nickname that has been kind of sitting on the shelf for just a second, waiting on the tag team stuff to end. And then here's Ray's single run. Personally think AEW should be different than WWE. Well, it is. It's definitely a lot different, Patrick. Main event seemed like it went on and on in a great way. How long was it? I think the main event was roughly 12 to 14 minutes long, something like that, Jamie. It was a 2-segment main event. We do like to have 2-segment matches for our WWE ID prospects. Really helps them learn before they get to the next level, and especially Nick Nemeth. You want to give him all the time that he wants. So very, very cool for Nick to come in, give us a meet and greet, do a promo on a previous episode, and then come back. And man, oh man, Nick Nemeth didn't like mail it in at all. This brother was taking power bombs and choke slams and everything else, really doing a good job at showing and showcasing exactly what WWE ID prospect Aaron Roberts could do. That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. True superstar in every sense of the word is Nick Nemeth. I would have him back anytime. Ben says, what do you think about Lex Luger joining Triple H and Michelle McCool in this year's WWE Hall of Fame? I love it. Lex Luger has been on the list of people to bring in for quite a while. I just have not been able to get in communication with him, and I'm very interested to know what his travel arrangements would be. Man, having Lex, Buff Bagwell, DDP, I'd love to have all those guys. Antonio X says, what do you say about Jacob Fatu? I think Jacob Fatu might be one of the reasons why we're waiting on Zilla Fatu. I think that there's probably going to be some sort of, because Zilla is young, there's going to be some sort of process for Zilla to be very patient. Because if you look at it, Jacob Fatu is very similar to Zilla Fatu. So while Jacob is doing his thing, I mean, they got to sneak Zilla in at some point. But Zilla's got to keep it on the straight and narrow and do every single thing that Booker T says at this point in order to make it. I truly believe that Zilla should listen to his coach Booker, and he will help get him there. He's just got to be patient because Jacob and Zilla, man, they both remind me of one another. I'd like to fly on the wall. I'd like to be a fly on the wall next Thanksgiving at the Stinkerhorns. I bet Grandma Stinkerhorn will put him at the kids' table. I bet, man. That reminds me. Members only here in just a minute. I'm going to tell the story about punching my uncle out at Christmas. Maria alluded to the fact today. I can't believe she said it. Gray is okay. I'm 63 and I embrace it. I'm not 63, dude. I'm 42. Danish, what's up? Eddie K, man, don't feel bad. Dustin, I have salt and pepper hair as well. The chicks dig it. As long as my Maria likes it. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. Jeffrey says, Scorpio Sky, please. What happened to Tupelo Con? There are tornadoes, Rob, so they canceled that bad boy yesterday. Is Psycho Simon going to face Ray Sanders because he beat DK? You know what? I would highly recommend that Ray Sanders goes after championship gold and does not worry about Psycho Simon. Randy says, Too Cold Scorpio. I'd love to book him. That would be fun. How about Scorpio Sky and Too Cool Scorpio on the same show? Is it possible to bring in from Texas? I see Big upside to Big Luther. Who's Big Luther, Patrick? I'd like to see Eddie Kingston on the show. Eddie Kingston I would love to see on the show, especially after what he said recently. He wrote a column about Memphis wrestling and the importance of Memphis wrestling and the history. So, yeah, I would love to have Eddie Kingston here. Jeff Cobb's on his way to WWE. Antonio X, I'll believe that when I see it. Mid-card Bradley, Coward's out again. Well, he may have injured his uncle in this family feud, attacking his ankle and leg with a steel chair. Richard, I'd love to see Moose or Jeff Hardy bring Tiffy time one more time. We've seen Moose here on Memphis Wrestling, and Matt Hardy's coming up. Do you see the cage match last night? No, I did not see the cage match last night. Matanza from Lucha Underground. Okay, Fuego del Sol would be cool. Okay, I've got contact information on Fuego. Are doing an event with the Memphis Showboats on April the 12th. Yes, Randy, we are going to be live at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium. Simmons Bank Memorial Stadium coming up on Saturday, April the 12th. It's a 1:30 kickoff, so we'll have pregame matches early and then also a huge main event at halftime. You guys have seen that advertised on our program. Go to Memphis Showboats, April the 12th. Go to the website and buy some tickets. You'll see some live Memphis wrestling. Love to see Eva Lise on the show as well. That's cool. I worked with Eva Lise in developmental. Who's my favorite lucha? Oh, man, it's got to be Penta right now. Love Penta, but Ray Phoenix coming. I think that's going to be very, very cool for WWE. Seen classic WCW and WWE on YouTube. Yeah, they're doing a great job at showing the old stuff. Demolition should be in the Hall of Fame. I agree, but they're heels too. I wonder, will there be a female bloodline member? Man, there should have already been, if you ask me. If the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe, showed up, I would watch it twice. Big shout out to Killer Bay. Haven't seen her in a long time. Tag team Zilla and Jacob. Yeah. Jacob Fatu used to tag team with Zilla in GCW. Yes, but I think they look at these guys like they're singles competitors. So Jacob coming in first, dominating, and then maybe Zilla follows him. I don't think they want them to be a tag team at this point. I may be coming for Indy Hartwell. I got to come for Nemeth and Hardy, but I would like to see Mick Foley come to Memphis Wrestling. Wide World of Wrestling Podcast, that's another name that we've been in contact with, is trying to book Mick Foley. Stay tuned. Watched a lot of old NXT episodes. Watch some Indy Hartwell because she's coming up. You should listen to Booker. Yeah. Jamie Davis says Lex is out of Atlanta, I think. Have DDP bring him. I know, but man, that's going to cost a small fortune. I don't know if I have enough seats for Luger and DDP, but man, that would be awesome. Dustin, if it don't turn gray, it falls out like mine did. If I lose this, guys, we are done, bro. What do you think about Journey Fatu coming to WWE, which is Jacob Fatu's brother? No, WWE has signed Lance and Hikilio. I've heard of the name Journey, and I've heard of the guys that you're talking about, but there's so many of them at this point. I don't know which one is which. So stay tuned. Ask me that at any other time, and I'll be able to answer it. But like I said, Rikishi coming to Memphis would be awesome on its own. He's on ROW. Him versus K Toomer would slap. Absolutely. K Toomer versus anybody will slap. Remember Luger and Tatanka at SummerSlam 94. I love me some Lex Luger. It truly shows that the WWE Performance Center works, but for the right athletes and perfect for independent wrestlers. Couldn't have said it better, Rico. And WWE ID is on a roll. Jeffrey says, my mom was Lex's dietitian when he was at Shepherd Center after his spinal stroke. Whoa, interesting. I listened to the whole Chris Van Vliet interview with Lex Luger. It was great stuff. Love all the WWE ID matches held recently, the near future champions. Yes, can't wait. Christian Cage in Memphis Wrestling. I'd love that. Heard Lex is walking now. Lex is walking a little bit, so that would be tremendous. Jason said he's ready for March 30, 2025. Me too, brother. I cannot wait. Too bad she had to meet him in the state of his life. Yeah, true. Yeah. Getting caught up here. Andrea, hey, Dustin, love seeing Nick Nemeth in Memphis Wrestling. How about you? I did too. I absolutely loved it. Also, the guy was very gracious at sharing a lot of the stuff that Memphis Wrestling had. Of course, he signed everything, just did such a great job. Shout out to Nick Nemeth. Rob says the upcoming ladders match has me excited. Can't wait to see Jimmy on a ladder. I don't know if you're going to see Jimmy anywhere near that ladder. Luger was great in the Wolfpack. Feel sorry for Lex Luger. He lose the weight for a long time. Jason, hey, Jason, you can't be a prime athlete your entire life. She says she was always positive when they were together. Big John Dalton versus Toomer is still in TAC, right? Well, I mean, they did tag team. So are we going to get that fight? I'd love to see it. I think Hikuleo will be starting on NXT, which was reported, but his brother Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. Andrea says, hey, Dustin, how do you feel about Triple H, Michelle McCool, and Lex Luger going to the Hall of Fame? I think the Natural Disasters are going in with them. I think it's a really, really good list. Who you pick for WrestleMania predictions? I think Cena's got to take the title, obviously. What Van Vliet interview was great. Yeah, Van Vliet, I even listened to Scott Steiner. I have a love-hate relationship with Scott Steiner. I almost had to fight him one time, but also he's done some work with us at Memphis Grizzlies, Wrestling Night and such, and been trying to book him. Not a very nice guy, not very approachable, not very likable, but for some reason, I am a fan of Big Papa Pump. So I listened to that entire interview. Willie says, Kate Toomer versus Aaron Roberts. Bring it to me, man. I love it. Luger was great as the narcissist he was. I think Toomer and Big John Dalton should tag team as meaty men. What about the big mans? Eddie Kane says, no yeet. I know Dustin Starr may be my favorite wrestler. Could be bringing Shinsuke Nakamura be a possibility. I don't think so. He's still under contract. Don't believe everything you read. Best match you ever ref, Dustin? I don't know. I've done so much cool shit since then that I don't even remember reffing those matches, bro. I'm just to be honest with you. I would have to sit down and watch some film and just. I do remember hoisting up the Florida Championship Wrestling heavyweight title. That was cool. Hoisting up the pink women's championship at FCW, which was NXT. That was kind of cool. I took a bump from Sheamus. I mean, there's some cool stuff, but nothing that I mean, it's almost like that part of my life never happened, to be perfectly honest with you. Hi, Dustin. Love seeing the Street Profits become new tag team champions last night on SmackDown. I didn't get to see it, but I thought it was cool. Big shout out to Street Profits. Cowboy Bill Watts would be a great guest announcer. Is he still alive? My referee name was Daniel Schuyler. All right, guys, I have just a couple of more minutes. If you have any questions or topics, go ahead and put them in the comments. And then immediately following this, I'm going to be doing the live reaction, or I'm going to be doing, Maria's got me all messed up. I'm going to be doing the members only, answering questions and telling the story that she teased about me punching out my uncle at Christmas. So just a couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Oh, okay. Crawfish. What's the best match you attended in Memphis? Oh, wow. That I attended in Memphis. That's a tough one. I don't know. Who's your favorite opponent? That'd probably be Derek King. Seems like Steiner's chilling out here lately. First time I met him was total ass. Jamie, no, he's not chilling out. He was just at an EPW show and was a total jerk. If Brett likes a challenge, he should do a championship scramble match. Good point. Used to get beat down in WWE. Saw a few of my matches. Yeah, it got me signed, though, Eddie Kane, man. So I was able to do what they wanted me to do. Do you see SmackDown last night? Cody attacked The Miz on The Miz's show. No, I did not see that. I have to go back and check it out. Love seeing Ray Sanders return to the ring. How about you? I love anytime Ray Sanders is in the ring. Bill Watts is still alive, as a matter of fact. He's 85. Wow. Our audience is truly too young to know who Bill Watts is, just so you know. Hello, Andrea Price. Finally, they are the tag team champions again. Let's see. Mud bugs for lunch. Yes. I think every promotion should be different from each other. I agree. Moral stories. Hi, man. Your favorite WWE superstar, John Cena and Roman Reigns. All right, everybody. I'm going to wrap this up. This was a live reaction. I'm going to go do the members only. So if you have a little championship badge on your name, you can join in on the members only. I'm definitely going to tell the story about punching my uncle out at Christmas. And then also we can discuss a little more in depth about Indy Hartwell and what to expect from her. And then other upcoming events that you may or may not know about. Plus, I'll answer any of your questions. My favorite wrestling series on YouTube is right here. Thank you, Rico. I really appreciate it. Rob says, who's the Gun Show's next challenger? We're going to find out soon enough, I'm sure. Vibe Check says, yo, sexy. Oh, no, yo, Sevy. Sorry, Seven's in the house. Vibe Check. You guys saw him today. Hope Hollywood Jimmy Blaylock gets his mouth shut by Van Vicious. I don't think we're going to see that, Andrea. If you come over to members only, we can talk about that as well. Thanks for all you do for Memphis Wrestling. The history is rich, and you do it justice. Thank you, RA. I really appreciate that. You made my day. Patrick says, I think Ric Flair's too much a legend to have his record beat. I totally disagree. Members only, let's go, says Eddie Kane, man. See members in the members only. Rest, I'll see you next week, Rob. All right, I am Dustin Starr. Thank you for joining us for the live reaction of episode 212, Stealing the Show. If you missed it, you got to go check it out. WWE ID prospect Aaron Roberts one-on-one against TNA Wrestling superstar and former world champion Dolph Ziggler, a.k.a. Nick Nemeth. I'll see you on the other side on members only. Dustin Starr, saying so long, everybody.